bring up my army list.
Yeah. So, welcome to. You can carry on. You can
Oh, am I right? Just bringing up my army list. Thank you.
Welcome to the first Old World game on the Barefoot Miniatures channel. I'm joined, as ever,
By Phil.
by Phil,
Right, thank you.
the partner in crime from the Road to Reichel and the Road to Terror podcast.
Yep.
And we're going to be restaging over the same hill our Path to Glory fight, where you in fact bonked Jebe over the head.
Is that the right phrase? Bonk. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is playing for the, are we calling it the Whip of Power?
Oh, I really want to call the Whip of Destiny.
The Whip of Destiny. So it's the quest. Is for the Whip of Destiny for Jebe at the moment. He's not yet been bonked and split personality into Beiji. Versus Philgore, the not foul.
Yeah, because he can't. He's not
not got a
foul.
mark yet,
He's not
yeah.
got a mark. He can't ever get a mark.
So we're both after this whip that is incredibly needed by all followers of Chaos to complete their destiny and take over the old world. We're going to be playing with 1250 points, as that's what's in the starter sets for the Bretonnians and Tomb Kings. So why not start at that points level and then we can grow from there.
Yep.
Basically, we're going to be trying to muller each other into the ground and keep it simple while we run through all these new rules and stuff. And try and explain it a little bit as we go through, as we understand the rules. Obviously, the old world has just come out.
So no doubt we're going to get something wrong at some point, or some order wrong.
Of course. So if you notice anything, stick it in the comments to help everyone out, including anyone that's reading this, trying to learn, watching this, trying to learn the old world.
I suppose they could have the captions on, so they would be reading as well.
Yeah, I don't know whether I have to enable the captions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, with our accents, there's no chance they're going to pick up captions, are they, properly?
No.
If like bluebird, eagle, fly, walk.
Yes. So we're going to be playing on the Glistening Plains, which is obviously...
Why are they the Glistening Plains?
Because they made all the trees years ago out of Christmas trees. And they drop little bits of glitter. So if you ever notice glitter in the videos on the terrain, it's because of that. I've got some trees in the other room that are all green, but we're currently playing on the Glistening Plains to match my Tzeentch. So I've got Jebe, who is a Chaos Lord with Mark of Tzeentch, Great Weapon, Shield, and Steed. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he's not got a lance. He's got a great weapon because he's always had a great weapon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that is Jebe, who he's at the start of his rise to glory. He's on the start of the path, right? Then got two Exalted Sorcerers. One, or both with Mark of Tzeentch, both level 2, one on Steed, one not.
Okay.
I've got no magic items.
Really?
Because this is the start of the path to glory.
Oh.
And I'm a fluffy player.
Okay.
I'm a fluffy player, Phil. My spells, I've got Blue Fire for both horse and foot. So that's range 18 magic missile, so that'll be cast in the shooting phase on a 9+, 1d6 plus 3, strength 4, AP minus 2. So it's slightly better than the Demonology magic missile.
Yeah.
So it's got an extra AP and it's more consistent.
Yeah.
Which is strange for Tzeentch, it's normally less consistent. I've then, on horseback, got Demonic Vessel, which is a 10+ enhanced enchantment, which is on self and unit, +1 strength, attacks, and AP. So basically, for whatever unit that she's in, on horseback that she could be going with,
they're tasty.
Let's just guess, lances are going to be AP minus 3. And AP is really important in this game. Now that it's been split from strength, it's much harder to crack high armor value units.
Because like a 3-up save is really, really good. So it's really hard to get through that.
Well, even because strength 7 isn't minus 4 AP.
Yeah, so you can sometimes still get a save off a strength 7 attack.
Yeah, exactly. Then on foot, I've got Familiars, Demonic Familiars, which is an 8+, and that's an assailment spell, so works in the combat phase. And that's 2d6, strength 2, with no armor saves on the unit, and that'll be at her initiative step.
Okay.
Yeah. Going into my core, I've got 20 Chaos Warriors in a block, full command, shield, Mark of Tzeentch. And my Mark of Tzeentch means that basically they've got -1 magic resistance on the entire army.
Yeah.
Flaming attacks on the entire army.
Okay.
Oh, that's got matters each. And with a unit strength of 10 or more, so my warriors, that's why I mention it now, 20, any caster in there gets +1 to cast.
Okay.
Right. I've then got 5 Marauder Horsemen, Musician, Champion, Cavalry Spears, which are +1 strength, -1 AP.
On the charge.
Throwing Axes, strength 4. They've got Fire and Flee, so I can basically stand and shoot and flee as a charge reaction.
Okay.
They've got Mark of Zinch because I'm an idiot and like...
Just gave it him.
Yeah, because all the army's Zinch, right? And they've got shields. I've got 2 units of Warhounds, 1/6, 1/5, basically so that I could drop them and see what Phil was doing a little bit more. It did manage to get me to see where your block of gore were. So they did their job, kind of.
I'm expecting big things from that block of gore.
I imagine you are. And I've then got 5 chosen Chaos Knights, because what is a Chaos list?
Without Chaos Knights?
Without chosen Chaos Knights. Yeah. And chosen are the only ones that exist, right?
Yeah. There's no point in taking anything else.
Yeah.
They're not even in the book, I don't think.
It might as well not be. So they've got Standard, Musician, Champion, Lances, so that's +2 strength, -2 AP on the charge. Mark of Zinch.
Yep.
They've got full plate, so that's a 4-up save now, rather than a 5-up on the warriors.
Yeah.
And that upgrade is what marks them out a little bit more from the base level, and a better stat line. But really, that full plate is massive now.
Yeah.
Because now that you've lost the +1 from being on a horse, your shield and barding with full plate
gets you that +2.
Yeah, that's
save, which
rather than being on like a 3-up is
all
right, but like a 2-up is
just
much more godly.
Immense, yeah.
They've then got Drilled as well, and that is a really important special rule, because basically it means that you can change your formation type at the start of the turn.
Before you move.
Before you declare charges.
So you can declare the charge, and then before you move them, they then change their formation.
Yeah.
Which I think it's just an amazing rule, really good.
So what that's allowed me to do is deploy basically in the centre of the battlefield in a normal line. So if like cannons or anything, I've only got 1 rank.
Yep.
I can then move into a marching column and zoom triple movement across the board. And then next turn, I can form back into a line and charge.
Yeah.
And so long as I've obviously stayed outside of Phil's charge range, I'm pretty safe in doing that and still have the utility of being hard Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really nice. They've also got First Charge, which ignores ranks on the charge, right?
Yeah, causes disruption on the charge.
Yeah. And Counter Charge. Now, Counter Charge is basically where if your enemy charges you, you also counter charge him. They won't have that if a character is in the unit. So my Sorcerer, being in the unit at the moment, denies them the counter charge. So I'll basically just have to leave with the Sorcerers.
Sorcerer just leaves before you don't get a charge.
Yeah, if I think Phil's ever going to be able to charge me, I've got to get out of there.
Yeah.
And if I can charge Phil, I want to stay in there for my enchantment power.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a bit of a back and forth with what I'm going to be doing with that unit. But Phil, over to you. Do you want to go through your list?
Yeah, so...
Where Phil has taken magic items.
I have, and I've taken Chaos Mutations as well.
But I think that just means that you're further along the path already.
They're already
I'm the Rocky character, and you're the Apollo Creed character.
Okay. So
have you got any money that you can throw about as we enter the battle report?
Phil Gore is on a Tuscarora chariot.
Yes.
So that just means that you add the wounds together of the character and the chariot, and when somebody's attacking the chariot, that you go against the weapon skill of the character as well.
Yes.
So and then for magic items, he has got the Bedazzling Helm, which is a standard magic item.
Has he got no not magic items?
Oh, I'll go through that.
Chariot.
So he's got his chariot, heavy armor, shield, and a hand weapon.
Right. Okay.
So he has got
so he's not that great on the actual attack.
I'll go into the rule and I'll tell you why he might be a bit better than that. So he's got a 4-up save from that.
Yeah.
Then the Bedazzling Helm, it gets him +1 armor save, so he goes to 3-up. He's then that means you have a -1 to hit him in combat.
Right.
Okay. And then he's got the Horn of the First Beast, which means that anybody within 18 inches of him can use his leadership for Primal Fury. I'll go what Primal Fury is at the end because nearly everybody in my army has it.
Right, okay.
For his Chaos Mutations, he's got Uncanny Senses, which is +1 to his initiative. He has got Rune of the Beast Ascendant. So anyone within his command range gets +1 to his leadership.
Okay.
So that would be his leadership 8, and they get +1. So I think it goes to 9.
And your command, actually, it's worth saying at this point, your command range now is your leadership amount in inches, and all characters project that bubble of leadership.
Unless it's your general. Your general's always 12.
Ah.
Your general is always 12, and your battle standard bearer is always 12. But other characters, it's their leadership, which is their command range bubble.
There we go.
And then he's got Gnarled Hide, which gives him Armoured Hide. So he's actually got a 2-up
Yes,
save
that's good. Yeah.
on that, and that's in there. He's got quite a few tasty rules as well. So Blood Greed, Foe Render. So Foe Render, if he passes Primal Fury, which allows him to reroll 1s in combat, he also gets -2 AP to his hand weapon. And Blood Greed then is, I think it gives him Frenzy as well. So
What's... Oh, Blood Greed Frenzy. Right, okay.
So he gets quite a lot of rules based off his leadership passing when he does it.
I look forward to us both bouncing off each other's armour.
Yeah, pretty much. Then I've got a Bray Shaman, which is level 2. He's got a Hag Tree Fetish, which allows me to re-roll my wounds for magic missiles. And also Slug Skin, which means him and any unit he joins have -1 to hit in close combat.
Right, to hit them.
To hit them.
Yeah.
So, and then the 2 spells I've got is the Summoning from Demonology, which is 2d6, Strength 4, -1 AP.
Yeah, so that's the base level spell.
Base level spell. And then I traded out my second one for the Beast Men Law one, which is a Vile Tide, which is 5d6, Strength 1, no armor save, and that's it. But the Hag Tree Fetish will allow me to reroll all my wounds on them.
Yeah, to fish for those 6 against toughness 3s.
Exactly, yeah.
So, worth noting then that my Chaos Warriors, my Knights, and obviously my characters are all toughness 4, so can't be affected by that strength 1.
Yep.
So Phil can reroll all he wants.
It's still not going to happen.
Yeah. But my dogs better watch out.
Yeah, pretty much. Your dogs and your Marauder Horse are things that you can go for. I've then got a unit of 16 Gore, which have got a full command, and I think he's called a True Horn now, which is the champion.
The Foe Render?
No, because you can't call it Foe Render because there's a...
That's the thing.
That's the thing, that's a rule. So the True Horn has got a great weapon.
Right, okay.
He's just a free upgrade to a great weapon, which I thought was...
But it's cool that you can have a different...
Yeah. Then I've got 10 Gores that have got full command, Foe Render, great weapon, but that I've taken ambushes with them.
Okay.
So they'll come on from turn 2.
Interesting that you've taken a full command on such a small unit, actually.
So, yeah, I don't know why.
No, it's just we'll see how it goes.
I think because
I just thematically don't take that many banners because they have like one Horde banner, but that's usually my Knights. And then
I think it's because the points. The points cost are so cheap now to get command that I'm just adding the command in immediately. Where like, 'cause we used to play 6th and it was quite pricey to put in like a standard bearer, it's like 20 points, or a champion was 20 points. Now, 'cause it's so cheap, everyone just gets them.
I'm still worried about standards giving away victory points and stuff.
Right.
Like, do you know that's why is one of the reasons that puts me off them.
Right. Yeah. That could be something that trumps me. Yeah. Then I've got. They've also got their Open Order, Move Through Cover, Skirmishers, Primal Fury. They've got a charge where if they charge, they get +1 to their strength.
Oh, we'll go through.
It's just got loads of different rules, and we'll go through them when we're going out.
Because I've not said anything about my close order in heavy infantry.
Got a unit of 10 Ungor. Sorry, I keep on pointing them because they're right at the table in front of me. Unit of 10 Ungor. Skirmishers, they've got Chariot Runners, which means that they block line of sight from my chariots, but my chariots have line of sight through them. And they can also use the chariots as coherency as well.
Okay.
So if the chariot like breaks through a little bit, they can still use it as coherency.
And you can charge through that unit.
I can charge through that unit. I get line of sight, but you don't get line of sight to me. So I can charge through the unit.
Cool.
Now I've got 3 Tuscarora chariots that are just Tuscarora chariots. And then at the end, I've got 3 Dragon Ogres with a Char attack, great weapons, and heavy armour.
Okay, and that will be a unit that I'm looking to avoid all game.
They're going Chosen Knight hunting if they could ever get that close.
That was one of the reasons why I put them where I did. So like wherever you put your Dragon Ogres, well, I'll just head off in the opposite direction.
Yeah,
and maybe like we can meet up on turn 6. But I'm not looking to do anything to those Dragon Ogres all game because they are terrifying.
Yeah, they're really, really good in this edition. Yeah. It's not only just their base attacks, which are 3 attacks each. They've also got Stomp 2, so they just get 2 extra attacks as well if they're alive at the end, which is just crazy. Anyway.
Yeah, so if you like the old world and watching any game on the channel, don't forget to do all the YouTubey stuff like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely comment on this video, tell us what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right, what strategies you think are going to work in the old world, and what races we should be playing, because I'm looking to get into a new army.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, because I've played this Chaos a lot, right? And I need to do another one.
I know what I suggest, but I know you hate elves in every single way.
Not a chance.
I know.
Not a chance. So yeah, maybe shout at me for not liking elves. Please. Maybe that's a thing. And also a big thank you to all of the patrons that help make this channel a thing. If you want to become one of them, there is a link below where you can get yourself dice, a bouncy tray, access to the Discord, ad-free videos. If you want to see a Dwarfs versus Chaos battle report, that will be played very soon and available on the Patreon tomorrow night. So we'll roll see who goes first in the tray max. Do you want to go first?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay. So we'll get into Beastman. Turn 1.
Turn uno.
Right. So Beastman turn 1.
Yeah.
Command phase. Phil, you don't have any assailments, anything to regroup.
I haven't got any hexes or any enhancements.
Not assailments, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So I've got no hexes or enhancements. No one's broken or anything like that. So there's nothing to do in my command phase at the moment. So it's just going to be going into pile in movement phase. So these are going to march. They're 10.
So that's the block of gore.
Yep. And then the chariot is going to march as well. And he's just going to bring himself up a little bit forward.
Ooh. And this is a game where you can measure at any point?
Yeah. So this is really weird. So like, I know that I've got a spell that's 15 inches. So if I wanted to, I could go, oh, am I within 15 inches? No, I'm not. I've also got another spell that's within 18 inches. So I can go, am I within 18? Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. Again with this one. So I can know now that that's 14 inches.
Yeah.
So
we all know what pre-measuring is.
Yeah.
Come on, give us a bit of credit.
It's an interesting thing that it's. I know it was in different editions, but we haven't really played it.
Mm.
So the Dragon Ogres are moving up there.
Just cutting a line into the centre. Trying to actually get into the action since you deployed them so far on the flank.
And then Ungor are going to move up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wee.
Getting into the woods. Now, you're not counted as entering woods until 25% of your unit is in the woods. So,
which is another great change about if a unit needs to turn and less than 25% goes off the table, you're not classed as leaving the table.
Yeah.
That guy is going.
Well, you do have to be back on the table by the end of the turn.
You do, yeah. So that guy's going to go there because I can't get him to stand up on this. Chariot is going to go forward, and then forward.
Okay.
Right. So now into my shooting phase. So one of the biggest changes, and we've mentioned it a little bit, is magic is now done in the phase that it takes effect in. So magic missiles in the shooting phase, assailments are in the combat phase, hexes and enhancements are in the command phase.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Let's go with that.
So my Brave Shaman's here. He's going to cast the summoning at this unit of dogs.
So that's 2d6, strength 4 at AP -1. Phil rolls 2d6 to cast.
There we go.
And adds his wizard level, so that gives him a 12.
Yep.
Which
Thanks
is
for that.
quite...
Good.
Yeah, quite good.
Quite good.
I'm now going to check to see, because you now have one fated Dispel a turn.
Yep.
And also, so that's one that you can use at any point, anywhere on the battlefield.
Yep.
Any other wizards on the battlefield have like a bubble of Dispel range.
Yes.
And that's measured from you to the enemy caster.
Yes.
So I'm going to check whether my caster here is in range.
There.
And I think it's 18.
It's 18. Oh.
Just out.
Just out. Just out.
So Phil's spell goes off, so he rolls 2d6, and that's how many strength 4s he gets. 3.
Oh, 3.
Excellent.
So, toughness 3. So winning on 3s, because it's
Yeah.
strength 4. I get to re-roll that because of my hag tree fetish. And I get to re-roll that because I can't roll it. And I still get a 1. So
Excellent.
That's 2 wounds at -1 AP.
So I'm going to take them. And then I'm going to roll my leadership check, because that's the last thing in your shooting phase, isn't it?
Yes, I have no other shooting in it whatsoever.
So the 25% casualties caused, because you feel caused 33% to my dogs, results in a panic check. So my dogs get a 7. I'm right, into chaos.
Turn 1.
Yeah. Champions of chaos. What are they called? Hordes of chaos.
Oh, do you know what I
Not
didn't do?
beasts of chaos.
I asked you just before the game, I went, Gaze of the Gods. How does that work again? You went, you just roll a d6. I went, great, I'll do that.
Yeah, so into Hordes of Chaos turn 1, Gaze of the Gods, which Phil has just mentioned. Now, having looked on the table, Phil,
Yeah.
I would say if you don't have the magic item that allows you to re-roll any result, you never want to roll on it, especially in first turn.
Okay.
Because a lot of them, I think it's like a half of them, or off the top of my head, like half or a third of them, are 1-turn effects.
Right. So there's no point.
And then there's 1 in 6
of getting
a
-1.
stupidity.
It's -1 leadership, and if you get it a second time, it's stupidity.
I think it's the other way around.
Is it stupidity then -1 leadership? It's
Yeah,
one way or
the
the
way
other
around. Because you become stupid, and then
You become
-1
stupider.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be rolling on that. That's
Fine.
And when you get into combat, it's maybe like a bit clutch and a bit better,
a bit better.
but not in the first turn. So in my movement, so my dogs are going to flee 2d6. I'm not going to add their swift stride. And I get 6, which puts me 6 inches from the board edge. My dogs to rally at the start of the turn, fail and run 7 off the board. So I've been considering for just a little while. Phil's unit is just within 16 of my knights. Now, pretty much all cavalry, I can't name any off the top of my head, have swift stride.
Yep.
So basically when you're charging normally, so normal charging, you have a maximum possible range of your movement plus 6, because
Yep.
that's the highest result on a d6.
Yep.
And what you do for your actual charge move is roll 2d6, pick the highest, add your move. That's your charge move.
Yep.
Swift stride allows you to roll an extra d6 and it has a maximum cap of another 3. So it's your movement plus 9, and you roll 2d6 and an additional d6 and pick basically 1 dice out of the 2 plus the extra dice
plus your movement.
and that is your range.
Yes.
But caps out at 3 on the additional, well, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just within charge range of the Ungor unit. I've been considering, do I want to do it? It might open me up to a charge to the chariots. Like Phil might flee, but then again he might have to take some leadership tests and might fail those. And then I thought, well, Chaos Knights are Chaos Knights. What am I doing not charging them? So that's what I've come down to. Phil, there's going to be a charge for my Chaos Knights against your Ungor.
Fair enough.
What are you going to do?
Stay there. They're just going to stand.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my bone dice,
As
is the Hordes dice,
Yeah.
plus... And do you know what? If anyone wants the 3D print files for these dice, I'll drop them in the Barefoot folder linked below. And the Barefoot dice will be...
Swift stride dice.
The Swift Stride dice. So I need a 9 on across the 2.
Oh!
Boom! These dice are linked below and these are on the Patreon. So, only clipping 25% or less through the woods, I can actually get into that unit because we've measured it before. Phil's held. So I'm going to get into there and then I collide, Phil ranks up to me, and I'll get on with the rest of my movement phase while Phil ranks up those skirmishers. So I'm going to move my dogs, and because I can go 25% through the woods, I'm going to go 12 and then the base length again to just really annoy those dragon ogres.
Yeah, the dragon ogres are going to have to charge them.
They are.
They're going to have to
They
charge
are.
them.
That'll do, dogs. That'll do, dogs. And do you know what I missed out? I completely forgot to do my spell in the command phase because I got all excited and considered the charge. Oh, well.
You just basically command phase straight away. Everyone's going to do that at first. Everyone's going to do that.
All the time. All the time. Because he just gets so overexcited about it.
Yeah.
Now, my Chaos Warriors here are going to turn to the side, move, and turn back. Because I want to stay outside of Phil's dispel range with my caster.
Okay.
And I sort of want to start angling over this way a bit, because there's a bit more where the action's happening. And what I'm going to be trying to do basically is blow away Phil's chariot with some spells. And because it's only toughness 4.
It is. Just go chariots are on the toughness 4.
Yeah, so and I want to stay out that dispel range, so it's all the focus is on my guy. My Marauder Horsemen are going to... I don't want to provide another charge target. I don't particularly mind providing a charge target to this one Beastman chariot, because I can fire and flee with my throwing axes. And it also removes a chariot from the charge of my knights when I inevitably break through their Ungor and collide with one chariot.
This one.
On the way through. Yeah, that one.
Because that one's actually poking a little bit further forward.
Exactly. So I don't mind providing that alternate target a little bit. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to be, well, within my 16. Because everyone deployed on the line. I'm going to get 3 throwing axes there later. And Beiji's going to have to do something. Do you know what? I didn't put him in so that the knights didn't lose countercharge. And it's not going to matter because Chaos Knights are Chaos Knights and got the charge first turn. Do you know what? I'm going to go... Going to go to here in the hopes that when I go forward a little bit, he's going to reveal some extra targets and I might be able to plough into Filgor.
I'm going to love if those Ungor hold. I'm going to love it.
If they do...
I'm just going to go, see you later.
Or if they do, I'm going to die a death. But so that's into the shooting phase, basically. I'm going to cast my blue fire into Phil's chariot.
24 inch range, or is it 18?
18. But I'm definitely in because I'm only just out.
Of mine. That's
and
fine.
It's been pre-measured. So it needs a 9+ to cast. I've got my wizard level of 2, and I'm in a unit of Tzeentch that's over unit strength 10.
So you get +1 for that as well.
So it's +3. So I get it on an 11.
So I might as well use my Fated Dispel on this. So I just need double 6s to get rid of that.
No, not that.
Oh well.
So that's D6 +1. Or +3, sorry. So that's 8. Yeah, D6 +3 is 8. Yeah, I do maths. So I've got 6 dice, so I'll re-roll 2. It's strength 4.
Oh, well, that didn't work, did it? Yeah.
That's 7 wounds at -2.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6s.
Yeah.
Got 4 save. No, he's dead.
Well, that went fairly well. I would say.
That went exactly as well as I thought it would go against that chariot, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not have much hope.
Yeah, that lone chariot that had an Ungor screen, I thought it was going to get blown to bits.
Phil's unit being destroyed is unit strength 5 or more, so causes a panic check in all friendly units within 6 inches.
It's only this goal that's going to affect.
Yeah.
My
Your general.
general, he's not within 12.
Okay.
He's just shy of it, so they can't use his leadership.
And also don't get the +1 from...
And don't get the +1 for the leaderships there. So it's on a leadership 7. But
Oh, gutted. Completely gutted.
they're fine.
The smile on Phil's face there.
Right, combat.
Yeah. So, my knights are chosen knights. They... I'm going to guess they go first against your low initiative.
The initiative 3, I think.
Right. Well, I charged over 3 inches, so I get +3.
Yes.
Basically, in this edition is, for every inch that you charge, you get +1 initiative. So it's sort of helping you strike first, but it's not the always strike first that 6th edition was.
Yeah.
And it's very good. So I charged over 3 inches, so get +3 to my initiative. The initiative of my chosen Chaos Knights is 4, so I've got an initiative of 7 with my lances. So I've got 2 attacks from each knight, and weapon skill 5. Phil?
Weapon skill 3.
So I'm hitting on 3s. So I've got 5 knights plus a leader, so that's 10.
Do you want some more dice?
Plus another 1, yeah. So I've got 11 attacks from my chosen knights. I hit on 3s. So that's 8 hits. And I wound on
2s.
Because I'm strength 4, my lances is +2.
Yep.
So
I'm toughness 3.
that's 6 dead, Phil. Or unless you've got an armor save of 4 or better.
No, I have not.
So, do you have shields?
Yes.
Right, so shields no longer give +1 to your armor save for being in combat. It's just a flat +1.
To your armour in general.
Yeah. So
you don't get an additional
there's no hand weapon shield bonus. That's what it's called. That yeah.
You don't get a hand weapon shield bonus.
So that's 6 dead, which was Phil's front rank. Was it? How many did you have in your front rank?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ah, so he's got 1 more left.
Because they rank up to your unit,
Yeah.
and then so I've got 1 more left.
So I've got my horses, which are +3 initiative, and my sorcerer. So my sorcerer is weapon skill 4, so hits on 3s. Gets 2 hits, and at strength 4...
Wounds.
Wounds.
Toughness 3.
I've got ensorcelled weapons. So ensorcelled weapons only affects hand weapons, and it's a chaos rule that's -1 to armor piercing.
So 2 more dead.
And I've then got 6 horses with iron shod hooves counting as hand weapons.
Yep.
Now, I get 3 hits, and because I'm a chaos steed,
They're strength 4, aren't they?
I'm strength 4. So that's 2 wounds on Phil's last 2 Ungor. That's 1 dead.
Oh, that's 2 dead.
So that is the unit wiped. Yeah, and we'll get to like a more meaningful combat when we get to a more meaningful combat, right? So I'm going to overrun. So I overrun 2 normally, and my swift stride.
Don't I need to take my
me...
panic test first?
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
So, general first.
Yes. Phil, go.
Fine.
Middle boy.
Fine. Fine.
Right. So my overrun is 2d6 plus 1 for my swift stride, and you can always choose to use
Swift stride or not, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to use it because I really want to get the charge on at least one of these. Lucky I used that swift stride for that extra inch. So I've got a 7, which does get me in because it's like 6.5. Do you know what? I was going to sound more cocky than that was. Like, we're going to be like, yeah, it definitely gets me in. No, it wasn't. It was very close. But I only get that first one. But crucially, Phil's impact hits only trigger when he charges 3 inches.
3 inches or more.
Yeah. So Phil might be running away on purpose this turn to return. But that is Hordes of Chaos, turn 1. So moving into Beasts, turn 2, are you going to call any Brayhorns by any chance?
Yes, so I'm going to use my Brayhorn, which allows me to re-roll my ambushes roll.
Okay.
So I have to do a leadership test first for it.
Yeah.
Which I pass, because it's leadership 8.
Yes.
Which means then, now, I roll for my ambushes.
Look at him remembering it.
I roll for my ambushes now, but I don't put them on until the compulsory movement phase.
Yeah, very well remembered.
So, they come on, so I don't need to re-roll it, and then I'll bring them on in the compulsory movement phase from any board edge that I want.
Okay, so into the command phase.
Command phase, where I'm going to do Gaze of the Gods, I think, with my...
Okay.
So, anything but a 1.
Yeah, basically.
6!
Oh, no! So, a 6. So, Phil, what was your result of a 6?
Apotheosis, +1 to strength, and +1 to my leadership for the remainder of the game.
Yeah.
Alright, so, command phase now. There's nothing else for me to do. Everyone's like on and everything. So then it's declaring my charges.
Yeah.
So, charge... My Phil Gore's gonna have to charge, so he's gonna charge in there. The Dragon Ogre's into there, and this chariot is going to go into those horsemen there.
I'm gonna
fire and flee.
Oh, can you actually get round on the?
Yes, because I can actually just turn like that.
Oh, can you pivot on the centre?
Yeah. So
right,
you can move once throughout the charge. Like you can pivot,
but
once.
But as a chariot, you pivot from the centre.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm going to fire and flee.
Can you do it if you're within my charge distance? My movement distance.
So my charge reaction there is going to be flee.
Okay. So before that, compulsory moves.
So my charge reaction for flee, I'm going to...
So I'm charging with these first.
They're holding.
Right, so they've got to take a fear test.
Okay, so I'm on my general's leadership of 9.
Okay.
So,
that's
I
fine.
love it.
They're in.
Yeah.
Like, they're in.
Yes.
So these ones here now.
So my Marauder Horsemen are not going to use their Swift Stride. They're just going to, I suppose, move.
Okay.
And that's because Phil's got a charge distance of 7 plus d6.
Mm-hmm.
So I only need a 6 on 2 dice to get away. Or can you just measure that to double check? So let's know the stakes.
What's
basically, what's the distance to me?
6.
Is that? Yeah, so it's 6. So I need a 7 on 2 dice. Oh, that which becomes 50-50 for the max charge range. I'm going to use Swift Strike, because why not? So a 10 directly away. And the reason I didn't want to use Swift Stride as much is if I'm still within range of my general, I'd get a rallying cry, so I get my leadership and to re-roll it if I fail. But 10 inches directly away, will put me within general's leadership range for next turn. And Phil, do you want to roll your charge range?
Yes. I can redirect into another person that I can see. So I'm going now they've fled, and I don't think I can actually. So now the Marauder Horsemen have fled.
Fled. That was the bit that was
fled. I don't think the chariot could catch them, so I'm going to redirect into the dogs, which I could have charged anyway at the beginning of the turn. They still had the arc on them. Yeah. I've got to do a leadership task first, which is based off my generals because he's within the command range. So it's leadership 9 now because of that. So they passed that on an 8. Yeah. They're now able to redirect into the dogs.
And that's actually a change from 6th, which me and Phil are more used to, in that you could only charge stuff or redirect into things that you couldn't previously charge that had been revealed by
I've got charge move of 7, so I need to get 3 or more to be able to get towards the
Is it?
Yeah, and they do.
Yeah.
With a 5. So the chariot then is able to come here.
And that's because chariots don't have Swift Stride. So Phil was just rolling 2d6 and picking the highest.
Yep. My Warlord
Gets in.
gets in.
Surprisingly.
Yep.
But no impact hits for you. So, with charges completed, we're now into compulsory moves,
Yes.
which has changed in order. It used to be... Oh, we keep referencing 6th. I'm sorry that we don't know more 8th. But 6th
was the game
compulsory
that we
moves came in between declare charges and make charges.
Yeah.
So now it's... Yeah, it's here. So Phil can't come on within 8 inches of me. Of which the board edge is...
Ooh.
Waka, 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 waka. To there. And because it's compulsory moves, he's missed his ability to charge this turn.
Yep.
But obviously can do it in future turns.
So they're going to rank up, by the way. I was going to do them as skirmishers, but then no, I'm just going to use them as a 2 ranks. Because as skirmishers, they don't negate ranks, which is kind of like every edition.
Yeah, and you'd like to get your bonuses for charging in the eyes.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's what I'm after.
Right. So, final remaining move.
Yeah, so I'm going to move these. They're going to march forward.
I don't know, I'm putting the dice tray near you. I keep thinking I want to react. So, right. Phil moves forwards.
Shooting.
Shooting, yeah.
Shooting.
You've got one thing that you can do.
Can only do one thing, so we'll try and do that. So it goes off on a 12.
And that is the summoning.
The summoning, because I can't hurt you with Vile Tide.
Right. And you are now pretty definitely within 18
yeah,
inches.
I have to be, because you're 12 inches away.
Yeah. So I'm going to get... Oh, that's -1 to cast because of my magic resistance. Phil still got a 10 and needed a 9. So that was fine. I'm now not fated dispelling. I'm dispelling with a wizard. Because I'm within 18 inches for a level 2.
Yep.
Or 24 for a level 3 or 4. So I'm going to add 2, which is my wizard level, to my dispel attempt. No, it goes off.
So we get
2d6 strength 4s at AP -1.
So 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wounded on 4s, so that's 5.
Re-rolling because of the high tree fetish. I've also miscounted as well, so I've rolled 9 now, that's right, yeah. So there we go. So you've got 7 at -1 AP.
Right, so I have heavy armour and shield. So basically I've got a 5 up for the heavy armour, 4 up for the shield, back to a 5 for the -1 AP. That's 7 dead.
Glorious. Glorious.
Ugh. So I think Phil's just had to clean himself up. My severely depleted looking warriors are now out and about.
I have no more shooting.
Yeah, and I'd just like to point out that was more damage to that unit than all of the damage I did to you last turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no! Because
I'm
you
pretty sure.
killed 10 Ungor and a chariot.
Yeah, which was like 70 points.
85 for the chariot and 50 odd for the Ungor.
So that's all of Phil's shooting for this turn.
Yep.
I've taken 25% casualties. Now I'm still over 50%, and this is something we got wrong with the dogs, and just in working through a ranked up unit, remembered now. Because I'm over 50%, if I fail, I'm just going to fall back in good order.
Yep.
Or whatever the fallback 1d6 is. So my leadership check, I fail, and Phil's face lights up like a Christmas tree.
Again.
So I fall back in good order because I'm over half strength. So I roll 2d6, pick the highest, 6, and I automatically rally at the end of my fallback move. So I run directly away from what caused the panic check. 6 inches. Do you know what? This might not be terrible for me. Because I then rally, because you break as a skirmisher.
And then you
I'm going to rally in whichever direction I want.
Do you?
Yeah. So, I've moved my move back of 6. I can rally facing in whichever direction I want because it's a free reform. But, based on page 117, I can't perform a charge this turn. However, just because of the quirk of us doing quite a small battle, there's nothing else to follow up on.
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered about this unit so far away. And I was more bothered about this. So, although Phil's going to charge me, I can at least be facing him.
You've got a rank, you've got all those stuff there. I don't get any bonuses for getting a rear charge. So yeah, it's actually worked quite well for you, that one.
A lot have died, and they're out of position to a 10 gore unit.
Yeah.
But at least I'm not dead to a 10 gore unit. So into the combat phase, we've got Phil Gore the Foul and the Chariot versus the Chaos Knights.
So the Chaos Knights, because they've charged in their previous turn, they get the benefits of charging, so they're initiative 7.
7, because I'm 4 normally. And I moved over 3 full inches.
And I would have been initiative 7 if I was an inch away, but I'm not. So what I need to do is Primal Fury.
Yeah. For all of your units that are...
All my units.
Right, so, and just as a point of note there, meaning to learn from this exact thing, if you're staggering units or being behind stuff, make sure there's an inch or more gap between the staggered units.
Yeah, so then you're going to get a benefit for charging that other one.
Yeah.
Because that would have meant I'm going at the same time instead of now going behind.
Yeah.
Which is massive. So, my dude here, Phil Gore, fails. Nothing happens. He just doesn't get any of the benefits, which means he's rubbish in combat as well.
He's not coming up Phil Gore this time, is he?
No.
But he's had his apotheosis.
I know. The Chariot, which passes because he's leadership 9.
Because of Phil Gore's leadership.
Phil Gore's leadership. And then the other Chariot, which is leadership 9, because he's within 18 inches, and that's what the Horn of the True Beast does. So then...
Can I just point out, do you remember Jebe constantly failing?
Yeah.
And everyone else constantly passing?
This is what's going to happen now.
This is the start of both of our journeys. So Jebe is... Basically, we're in equal footing.
I cannot express, though, how bad he's in combat now. I cannot express.
Oh, you got +1 strength from apotheosis.
Yeah, but I've got no AP on my weapon.
Oh, he was reliant on
that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, should we move this way and then down?
Whichever way you want.
Let's move this way and down.
Do you not want to perk yourself back up at the end of the turn?
No, you're all right. So 3 for... The Dragon Ogres have got 3 apiece, and then +1 for the Shartak.
Yes.
Can I just have one of your bone dice for the Shartak?
No, you can have the Beastman dice.
Oh. So, weapon skill 4. Weapon skill 4.
And my weapon skill 4 is a dog?
A dog's your weapon skill 4.
Oh.
Oh, you are absolutely shitting me.
The Chariot.
Well, the Chariot gets his impact hit, so that should have been done at initiative 10. So that gets 5 + 1. So it's got 6. Wounded on 3s.
Oh, I was going to laugh so much if they were all 2s.
4 at -2, so 4 die.
And that's all. Basically, in combat now, it's like 6th step up happens.
Yeah.
So, although I've left this one on, actually it kills that way. And my dog can't fight here because the one in contact with the Chariot is dead.
Yeah.
So Phil's failed with his Dragon Ogres.
I rolled too many dice from a Dragon Ogres in the end, but I failed with every single one.
Yeah.
Because it would have only got 3, and because they're not in base stage contact with the Dragon Ogres, they'd have only got 1 attack each.
Ah. Right.
So now it is your dog's turn.
So I've got to attack the Dragon Ogre.
You hit.
I do hit.
You don't wound.
As expected.
Get 2 stomp attacks from a Dragon Ogre that's in base to base.
Yep.
So roll to hit. Both hit.
Yep.
1 wound.
Kills a dog.
Kills a dog.
And Yeah, I'm going to measure to see if I was within 6 inches.
No.
Luckily, I'm not, so...
What about this unit here?
No.
No.
So, although the unit's wiped out, it's not within the range to cause a panic check and anything else. And, yeah, Phil...
I'm going to overrun into the Marauder Horseman.
Is it at this point, or is it later in the turn?
Might be at the end.
So, Phil is going to overrun with these Dragon Ogres. He's currently like 10 and a quarter from...
So it's an 11.
Yeah, 10 and a quarter from my... 10 and a quarter. From my Marauder Horse. So Phil needs an 11, and he'll basically hit my Marauder Horse. Oh, he gets a 6! He's still on! Oh! So he gets a 12. Now, if you pursue into a fleeing enemy, they're destroyed exactly like if they were caught during a charge move. So Phil's just wiped out my Marauder Horse after stating about 4 or 5 times, oh, it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
And then they can attempt to reform now,
Yes.
based on a leadership test. So they do.
Jebbe better get out there.
he better move quick. He better move quick.
He really needs to get out there.
He better move quick.
And with that, Phil's face has lit back up.
Elated.
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
Let's go the Chaos Knights.
Chaos Knights.
I mean, it's not like it's a decision we have to now.
No.
But, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to go first with my Knights because I'm initiative 4 plus the 3. Mm-hmm. Then my horses will strike the same time as you.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 3 Knights that are base to base with your chariot.
Be a bit hard because you're supposed to be on 30 bases.
So my Chaos Knights are actually on the wrong size base, and I know in the rule book it says you can basically use whatever base size so long as you're not in a tournament.
Yeah.
But it's just based on the bases haven't been released by Games Workshop fast enough for me to rebase them. So with a bit of maths, these 2 models will be pushed this way by enough to take them out of contact with the chariot. Now, how front rank combat works is that anyone in base gets their full number of attacks. Anyone not in base but still in the front rank just makes 1 attack.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 in base with this Tuskor, because we're pushing them that way. We're supposed to be pushing them out from the centre. So, and I've got to so these 2 are going to go into Phil's Lord. These 2, so that's the champion and a random knight, are going to go into the chariot. And then I've got another lance that is going to go into the chariot. So that's a total of 6 attacks into the normal chariot and 4 attacks into Phil's Lord. And then I've got my sorcerer and the horses. So into Phil's Lord.
1 hit.
And weapon skill 5, yeah.
I'm weapon skill 6 and bedazzling hell minus is 1 to your hits.
So that's only the 6 hits. I'm strength 6, so that wounds, and it might have armor pierce. So a lance does have armor bane 1, which means that 6 has an additional -1 to the AP. So that's -3 AP in total.
So I'm on a 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up.
Yeah. That one. The 4th.
Yeah, so I'm saying I start on a 2, go to 3, go to 4, go to 5.
Right. Out of the tray, cheated.
No!
Cheated from that pass.
He is now on 7 wounds.
7? Oh, because the chariot adds to his wounds. The 2 horses into Phil Gore. Gets 1 hit.
What weapon skill are they? Don't matter, there's not going to wound.
Don't wound. Then the lances into Phil's normal chariot. I get 7 attacks as we worked out earlier, including the champion.
Yep.
And the one that's on the rank outside of combat. I get 7 hits.
Yeah, you do.
Because Phil doesn't get the -1 and I'm high weapon skill day.
Yep.
I'm strength 6, Phil's toughness 4, so 2s. You are toughness 4, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's 1 at -3 and 5 at -2.
So 1, 2, 3. No, it's just dead.
Okay.
It's only got 4 up save. Oh no. Yeah, it goes to 6s for -2.
Right.
So I've got 5 then. Did you see 5 as well? So 5 6-ups.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Okay, so that's 4. How many wounds did it have?
4.
4. So we're not in a challenge, but that's 4 wounds done. Then
5.
my horses. Or did it have 5 total?
No, it did 4, but you've done 1 to him as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
Combat res.
Cool. So we've got the horses, and because they're a lower initiative step, simultaneous to Phil,
I'm higher than the horses.
I'm initiative 3 plus 3.
So you're the same then as me.
Yeah. So simultaneous, I've got the rest of my horses. So that's 4 horses into Philgore. 6s. 1 hit. Strength 4. No wounds. There you go.
Okay. So, Philgore.
Gets 3 hits because he hits me on better weapon skill than mine.
Yeah. I'm strength 6.
So 2s and toughness 4.
1 wound. 1 2 up safe. Oh, what a shocker.
I know this is really unexpected for you in this combat.
I've got a Gore, which he's weapon skill 3.
Weapon skill less than 5.
Yes, he is.
So he hits me on 4s.
Hits.
He's
Cavalry spears, do they need to have that 1-inch charge as well?
I think he's just charging.
Right, okay. So then he's strength 4.
Yeah.
No. And the 2 Tuskor.
But they're better than the Gore, aren't they?
I think they are, yeah. With a weapon skill 3. So
you hit me on 4s and wound me on better than the Gore, I think. So 2 wounds.
2
I think
wounds.
they're strength 4.
They're not.
So Tuskor are in fact better. Phil got
Yep.
2 wounds with that strength 4, and he charged. So that's -1 to my armor save because he's razor tusks.
Razor tusk rule.
So I've got a 2 up, goes to a 3 up. And hopefully I don't fail both. I pass 1. Oh, 1 dies. So Phil gets a combat res. So I've got 4 standard and close order.
And you had 1 because you did 5 wounds.
Oh
didn't you?
yeah, minus.
Right. So then I did a wound. I'm also close order.
Okay.
So it's 5.
So he's 5 then. So Phil now, and this is the first time we've done it.
Yeah.
Phil now makes 2 tests on 1 roll.
Yes.
He does a leadership test against his unmodified leadership
Yep.
and his modified leadership.
Yep.
So he's testing on 9 and 4.
Yes.
If he fails the 9, he's going to just break and flee and go. If he fails the 4, he's going to fall back in good order.
Yeah.
And if he passes the 4, he's going to just give ground. Now the difference between those two is that the fallback in good order is he moves up to, or 2d6 pick the highest back.
Yeah.
Give ground, and I count as charging if I follow up. Give ground just means that we count as ongoing combat.
Well, I move back and you follow. You get to decide if you want to follow.
Yeah, but it's still.
You don't get the charge bonuses or anything like that from them. Right. So I failed.
After that explanation.
Yeah. So I get 5.
And I'm going to swift stride. So I get 11 and sweep. Let me just push me forward. Yeah, and that's an incredibly unlucky roll rather than anything else. Does need to be able to roll a 9 on 2d6.
2d6.
Which I wouldn't be put off putting Phil Gore in a chariot again, to be honest.
Yeah. Maybe a razor gore one.
Well, I think just maybe one where on turn 1, Chaos Knights don't charge 16 inches across the board.
Yeah.
And then stagger him more than an inch.
Yes.
And then roll a 9. And don't fail your leadership test. That's 2! He's Jebe! He's Jebe!
Don't fail Primal Fury.
Yeah.
Don't fail the leadership test. Your break test, sorry.
And he is Jebe. He's failing all his leadership
Take
nines.
your turn and stop being smug.
Oh, I'm so smug. Right, so into Hordes of Chaos. So, Hordes turn 2. I'm going to... There's no charges to declare.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I could charge here, but I don't want to get stuck in front of the Dragon Ogres.
Yep.
And if we pass the glory in, It's better not to die.
Yeah.
So, no charge here because I've just rallied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to an inch away here, so Phil gets less of an initiative bonus when he charges. My sorcerer is just going to stay in the unit and cast some spells from there.
Okay.
My knights over here are going to form into a marching column, because it gives me an easier wheel, essentially. And that's with drilled, and that's one of the powers of drilled.
Yep.
I'm a bit out of position, so I'm going to basically go 2 inches, 2 inches, that's 4, and I've got 21 inches of movement. That's 16. And do I want Jebe to join? Jebe is going to kind of go on a merry little dance. Because I really want to do something with him, to be honest. He's got to do something, you know. He's got to do something. He's going to turn and go 12, 14. And I should have finished my knight's move, but they can stay there. Because I'm an idiot. Right, into the spells phase.
Yep.
Otherwise known as the shooting phase for everyone else, other than Chaos Armies, which we are. I'm going to cast my blue fire on these gore, which is D6 plus 3 strength 4s.
Yep.
So that's going to go off on a 9. And I get it because I'm level 2 in a Tzeentch unit of over unit strength 10.
So I'm going to use my Fated Dispel, which it does go off.
So it's D6 plus 3.
8.
8 strength 4s, wounding on 4s because it's gore. I get 5 at -2.
So 5 are dead.
Yeah.
And
that's a leadership check.
it is.
For them.
So their leadership's 7.
Yes. Oh, they love it.
They're fine.
And that's over to Phil's go. So, getting into Phil's turn, we have basically you gonna try and pin me somewhere.
Yeah, so looking at what I've got here, to even get a remotely anywhere near not a complete tabling, I'm going to have to
That's a very negative idea. So I don't think it's going to come to a tabling.
I'm going to have to try and pin...
Definitely not a tabling. Those Dragon Ogres. He's just pinning my units to make sure the Dragon Ogres can catch up and wreck me.
Well, we saw what happened when I used 3 Dragon Ogres to attack and every single one failed. We'll wait and see that one.
We have seen that, yeah.
So, what we'll do, so my move... Nothing's happening in my command phase, because I haven't got my Beast Lord anymore. Stop taking glee in this. What we'll do is the Dragon Ogre. The Chariot is going to turn as well. And then it's going to do a march move. So chariots can do 1 pivot. Okay. So they can just do 1 pivot and move.
Just go in a direction.
Just go in a direction.
And
which
you can't face them at the end of that, can you? They've just got to go there.
Yeah, they've got to go whatever way that you pivot. That's it. That's the direction they go to. So he is going to go. He's going to turn that way. And go there.
Okay.
Now,
I think these warriors are in for a bad time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you not win a charge here?
Absolutely not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely not. Why would I charge that unit just for my unit to get swept?
Just cause.
Now,
what do we do with the block of gore?
It's this block of gore. Are they march blocked?
Ooh. Well, measuring from base to base, 7 inches. So Phil, You were within 8 of me.
So I am
I know. So, Philly's 7 inches away from my Chaos Lord. You were march blocked.
Yes.
Which means you need to take a leadership test or not be able to march.
That's true. So the True Horn is leadership 7.
Yeah.
And because I've got a musician, I get +1 to that as well to roll for that. So I've got leadership 8. Hey!
Oh, loves it. Loves it.
When I saw that too, it was all coming up Millhouse.
All coming up Phil House.
And what we're doing, by the way, is we're... Oh, no.
Are you doing that?
No. Because what I can do... Because these are open order.
Okay.
So I can move 5 inches down.
Yeah.
And then...
Make a
90-degree turn at the end.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
So I was thinking, and my thoughts here is that I can do the magic missile at your Lord or at the Chaos Warrior unit. These, I'm not too sure. I think that's going to be another long bomb charge.
You can pre-measure it if you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. So what's that there? That is a 15-inch charge.
Okay.
So, you're very good at rolling that.
Well, 1 out of 1.
1 out of 1. But that's quite a long charge, that. I don't think you would want to put the Chaos Knights just with 2 at the front in that way.
How little you know me.
You might...
Plus, I've got drilled on them, so remember I'll be able to form up into a line.
Before you move?
Yeah, before I charge.
Yeah. So you won't get your triple movement or anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, that's what I mean. So, yeah, we're going to go with it like that.
Anything being done by these Gore? Or are they just standing there?
So, they've got leadership 8 as well for being march blocked.
Okay. What are they doing though? Are they marching? Because you don't need to roll it if you're not marching.
That's true. I'm not too sure what to do with them. But staying there is not... See, this is the thing. With the initiative stuff, although Warriors are going to be the same initiative as probably Beastmen, I reckon. Like, you're initiative 4?
Yeah, I think I'm 4.
I think I'm initiative 4 or 3. Giving you an inch for you to get that additional initiative on the charge is going to help you massively more compared to me, isn't it?
Yes.
So...
What are you 4? Are you initiative 4? And you go...
I think I'm either initiative 3 or 4, I can't remember. It's one or the other. But I've got to be 1 inch away from the enemy unit at all times.
Yeah, so no matter what, one of
you're
us is getting +1. Yes.
They are going to...
Stay
Stay exactly where they are, because there is no way I'm going to be able to move that unit with that in front. Didn't really want to give you the kill points. I needed a 2-inch movement to be able to strike you first. But I think I've made a bad choice there. But we'll wait and see how
But
it
that's
plays
why
out.
I sort of marched up to you in my turn.
Yeah, I think
because I was like, I don't want you to be going first.
There is a lot of that in this over like this game and stuff like that. I think if you go really close to a unit, if you've got a higher initiative than the unit you're going close to, just leaving that 1-inch gap means that they have to charge you, and they have no choice, or they're just going to lose the 5 guys that I'm going to lose there.
Right. So, shooting phase?
Yeah, based on this then, I was going to go for Jebe, but I think I'll go for the
Warriors.
The Warriors. So it's
-1 because I'm Zinch.
Yeah.
And will you just check
your
18 from the back of that column? So it will be in line with this guy, because actually they'll be
like that. Yeah.
turned.
So my achievements there.
So now I've not just lazily put myself into a marching column because we realise my character should be in the front rank. I'm not within 18.
Don't think you're just out there.
Yeah.
What about within your other sorcerers?
Oh. Will you 18 me?
18 you?
18 me.
Yeah.
I am. Right, so I'll get my normal dispel +2, and it's not fated.
Yep.
And Matt, you've got -1 to your roll for my magic resistance one.
Yep.
Okay. So Phil needs a 10.
Oh, failed. Oh well, that was the end of that one.
Well, that's that.
That's the end of that. Right. Your turn.
Okay.
3.
So in Warriors of Chaos turn 3, command phase, I'm actually going to remember to do my commandy thing, which is the enchantment spell. Enhancement. I'm going to get these names wrong so much. And I'm going to do that on my knights, which gives them strength +1, attacks +1, and an additional armor piercing.
Demonic vigor.
Demonic something.
Demonic vessel.
Which was Demonic Vessel. Phil almost got it right. Better than mine. Completely wrong. So yeah, I'm going to cast that. It goes off on a 10+. I didn't get it because my wizard level gives it 6. The Regiment of Tzeentch gives it 7. Still not a 10. Right, so into like the charges phase. My knights are going to drilled to come back out into a line and declare a charge on the go. My Chaos Lord. Let's get. So we've got them formed up. The knights are charging. Jebe's going to charge because he can't be a coward of a Chaos Lord. Like, it just can't happen. Now here, I do want to charge, but I don't want to get smashed by Dragon Ogres.
It's a game you're going to have to play.
That's
It's a game you're going to have to play.
what I'm going to do, my wizard is going to... Oh, I'm just going to charge. Because I can't leave the unit and charge.
Yeah, you can't, no.
So, rolling charge distances, what are you going to do with these? What's the reaction?
Who are you charging with first?
The knights.
The knights? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
Because...
See, it doesn't actually matter which one I'm charging
Well,
with.
it does really.
Why?
Because if you're charging with Jebe first,
Yeah.
and I flee, I could then probably flee.
No,
out
you
of
flee
the-
from the higher unit strength.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I thought you did it in the...
No, it's just
Oh,
different
right.
charges.
Well, my thing is that I'll get caught by Jebe if I flee, and the unit will just die straight away.
Right.
So there's no point.
So, the knights, with their movement 7, I've got the 2 dice plus the swift stride, are in.
You are fucking joking me.
And Jebe is 4 plus the 7 is in because it's an 11. What are you doing here, Phil? With your go?
They will hold.
Okay.
I don't really know what else.
I don't know what else
They
you
could
could do
flee, but then they're under half strength and they'd flee off the board. So you'd get them anyway.
So, straight into combat because everyone's engaged. Over here, we've got Jebe, the Chaos Lord, going first. Phil, you first have something to do, don't you?
Yeah, so my unit, in every combat round, they test for Primal Fury, so their leadership's 7 at the moment. They pass. So now they can re-roll their ones to hit. Not that it's going to matter much, but at least it gives me something to do.
Yeah, like, do you know what? I could sugarcoat this, or I could attempt to. But it's a unit of gore charged in the flank by chosen knights and 2 characters.
Yeah, if they survive, I'll be very surprised.
So, Jebe goes first with 5 attacks. He's going to use his great weapon.
Okay.
So he strikes at initiative 4. Actually, he's not going to go first then.
No,
I'm just going to use a hand weapon.
Right.
I'm just going to use a hand weapon.
Okay, so you're hitting on 4s because of slug skin.
So that's 2 hits. And 1 wound at AP -1.
Oh no, I lost the go.
I've then got a steed from the front that misses.
Yep.
And I have 3 knights in and 1 that will be out of combat due to the base size.
Okay.
You happy with that?
Yeah.
So that's 3 knights in his 10 attacks. 5, 10. 10 attacks.
Fours.
Yeah, 4s. That's 5 hits.
That slug skin's actually well worth it.
And 4 wounds at -2 and 2 at -3. Oh, 4 total. 2 at -2, 2 at -3.
Okay.
A horse from the front. Misses. I've got 5 horses in the side that have each got a single attack, so it doesn't matter if they're in combat or not. Oh, 5s to hit.
Yep.
2
wounds.
2 wounds because I'm a strength 4 horse.
2 more dead.
And my Chaos Sorcerer gets 1 hit. One
more.
So the side has all been wiped out.
Yep.
But the front, striking into Jebe, is going to get their attacks because he only killed 1 with his 5. I imagine you're going to strike into him, right?
Yeah. So I've got the True Horn,
Yeah.
Brave Shaman,
Yeah.
and what have I got? I've got 2 more. They've got additional hand weapons.
Yeah,
but they're only
they've
going to
got
get
4 total.
Yeah, so they've got 2 additional hand weapons, but they're only going to get 1 attack each.
Okay. So on to fill attacks. My Chaos Lord on Steed should be on a 30 by 60, which puts him in contact with 3 Beastmen. And then there's the Shaman at the end. Who Phil didn't choose him step 1.1 how to use his staff, but the great weapon is the only one which makes sense.
I don't think I've ever used a Brave Staff in all the editions that I've got it in as like the extra armor. I think I've always used it as like a great weapon.
Well, without any other armor.
It doesn't really, and now in this edition, like Shamans can't take armor at all. So,
Yeah, because you can't take a Chaos armor as a magic item.
So which is, this 5 up save isn't really that great. But yeah, so I've got normal goal first.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s.
Are you? What's your weapon skill?
4.
And I'm not 9.
Yeah.
So, go on then. Wounding on toughness 5, I think.
Right, so, well, I've got 1 6, so you can have that.
Have that, you bastard.
I mean,
Have you got -1 or anything through any beastie weapons? Or?
no. They get something if they charge, where they get +1 to the strength.
Right, okay.
Equal strength 4, but I haven't got anything else.
Right, so I've got full plate.
Right.
I've got a steed with barding
Right.
for +1. And I used a hand weapon, which I've got a shield with, for +1. So that's
2 up.
2 up, yeah. Loves it. The next, this is the faux render, I imagine.
This is the full render and the Shaman.
Ah, right, okay. Phil's now double checking his number of attacks. So that's 3 hits.
3 hits. All at strength
6, including
5. I'm strength 3.
Full render only strength 3.
It's strength 3 now, so it's +2.
No.
Yeah, they knocked down the strength. It means True Horn as well, not full render.
Oh, right. I forgot that they changed the rule. Yeah, so 4's got him toughness 5. Oh, 2 at -2.
We'll have that.
So my Chaos Lord has got a 2 up save, goes to a 4. Ba-ba! Fails 1, but I have Chaos Armor, which is a 5 up for a Champion of Chaos hero.
Yep.
So I've got a 5 up ward essentially. He loves it.
Right.
I can hear the throat singing now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Very flippant.
7, 8.
Are you below half strength of your unit though? Is the key.
It's -8, so it'd have to be double 1s anyway. But yeah, I think the thing.
Well, it matters for giving ground in good order, doesn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was a unit of 16 goal, and with the character would have put them at 17. So yeah, below half strength. So they'll fall back immediately.
Ah, right, okay.
They would.
So, give me double 1s, Phil. I'm going to be pursuing, obviously.
Oh no, they just break.
No, you can still get a double one.
Oh, can I? Well,
sure
I
you
didn't.
11 again. 11.
I didn't.
This is nothing to do with any army. This is nothing to do with anything. Phil apparently can't roll anything but an 11
For leadership. Yeah. So yeah, they didn't do that.
Right. How far do you run?
Apparently, I can't roll over like 7 for my runs as well.
So, Jeb
Dead.
and my knights. So that's an 11 for the knights and a 15 for Jebbe. So into the Chaos Warriors combat against the Gore, we've got, and Phil's just biding his time waiting for these Dragon Ogres to charge. We've got the full rank of 7 Chaos Warriors won't be in, because I'm obviously on 25s and they should be on 30s. So there will be 2 hanging off the edges. Mm-hmm. So they only get 1 attack each. Now, actually, all my Chaos Warriors have 1 attack.
So does it really matter?
Yeah, so I don't know why I'm saying. So that's 5, 7, and a champion.
I will do my Primal Fury again.
He didn't roll an 11.
I'm fast it.
Apparently,
7.
it's only characters.
Yeah, they can't pass leadership tests.
He's got the curse of me during Path to Glory. So I'm going to roll to hit. I think I hit on 3s, but I'll double check my weapon.
I'm weapon skill 4.
I think I might be 5.
For warriors?
Yeah, man. Warriors are nails.
Are they?
Yeah, like the original bad boys. So I've got 4 hits because I am weapon skill 5. And strength 4, so that's 3 wounds at -1.
3 dead.
3 dead. And then I've got my sorcerer that strikes at the same time. She's going to cast her Assailement.
Okay.
And her Assailement is an 8+, and it's familiars, demonic familiars. So she's got power level 2. She's in a unit of Tzeentch with level 10 or more. Oh, sorry, unit strength 10 or more. So her 5 becomes an 8 and it goes off. So,
I'm going to do my Fated Dispel.
Yeah. No. So I'm going to do 8 strength 2s on Phil. Or 2d6, sorry. Not 8.
Yeah.
I've got to roll another 2d6.
Yeah. Oh, what a surprise. What a massive roll again.
Phil on the channel. So I need 6s here. 1.
1 dead.
So that leaves 1 alive. Is that your foe render?
My True Horn.
I'm going to just keep calling him a foe render.
I know you are. I know, and I'm going to keep on correcting you. So my 2 attacks.
Oh, 1 hit.
No. Primal Fury. I get to re-roll my 1. Oh no.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Oh, he says to me about spiking. 2 wounds. Oh no, 1 wound because you're only strength 5
now.
Loser. He's not a foe render, he's a true horn.
So -2.
Right, so my 5 up with shield becomes a 4 up, becomes a 6 up because of the -2 for the great weapon. No.
Chaos Warriors, don't they have Chaos Armor?
Oh, I love. So, Phil needs a leadership test. I've got.
It's double 1s, Max.
It's not double 1. Is it double 1s? What's your leadership?
7.
So I've got 3. Close order. And a rank. Yeah, it's double 1s, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I beat Phil's number of casualties by 3.
What a surprise.
You didn't roll over an 11 though. You didn't roll over.
No, but I rolled 8, which means there's
it's
still
not got
that.
a character in, that's
No.
why. So I'm going to just let you run off the board. And I'm going to double check whether I can reform.
5 inches.
Off the board.
Cheater.
Can you even rally?
He ain't off the board. I don't know if you can rally as a single model. Leadership test.
So I need to pass a leadership test in order to restrain and reform. So I'm going to do that. I'm leadership
8.
Maybe within my general's range. Oh, I'm not, because that person should actually be at the front. So I'm leadership 8 for a character, 9 for a musician. I can't fail it on the 3. And I'm going to swivel to meet my doom because it's fairly useless me having reformed there.
At least it's not an instant wipe. I mean,
and do you know what? I'm gonna go that way because once Phil contacts, I want him running that way, not into Jebbe. because it's, I don't know. We'll see in Phil's turn. So into Beast's turn 4. So, Phil, start of turn phase, rally fleeing troops. Need a double 1 for a single model to rally.
Oh!
So close!
And
So close.
he's just off the table, no matter what it is, he's just off.
But he survives to fight again.
You can be the new Phil Gore now.
Well, maybe that wasn't Phil Gore.
An imposter. Charges. Dragon Ogres into the Warriors, the Chariot into the Warriors.
Hold.
Yeah.
Hold.
Fair test for the Dragon Ogres. So if we got 8 inches for them.
Right, fair test for the Warriors.
Love it.
Because they
so
hardy Warriors are
the Dragon Ogres can't fail this. They're 8 inches away, so they can't.
Roll us some dice. They're in.
Oh, well, I'm surprised they're in.
Well, that's just a way you could roll now that we know your Chariot needs a 3.
Yeah, so they will go
Wabah.
there.
Yeah.
They'd connect to 8 and then close the gap.
Close the gap.
And then the Chariot. Now, the Chariot needs 10 inches.
Yes.
And he's in.
Smashes it. What was you saying about my Chaos Knights before?
That they're really, really bad at getting long charge throws. So my Chariot will do it to impact its first at initiative 10.
Yeah. I'm going to use Hand Weapon Shield because it's my only
option. So
yeah,
impact its
4
plus 1.
5 at strength 5.
Yes.
Okay. So that's 4 wounds
At -2.
Okay. Guess I'm just going to die. It's 6s.
Oh, come on.
Get bent.
Come on.
Love it.
Behave.
Love it.
Behave.
Right, go on then.
So then, the Chariot...
What are you Dragon Ogres using? What have they got? They got great weapons.
They have. They've got great weapons, but it doesn't... They're great
They
weapon.
can still use a hand weapon.
I think
A singular hand weapon.
I think I'm going to use the hand weapon. Because
Okay.
then I get the initiative to go before you. They've got unsorcered weapons, so they've already got a -1 AP. Their strength 4.
Are they only strength 4?
Strength 5.
Strength 5,
Strength
yeah.
5, so they're wounded on 3s. So I think I'm going to go with the ensorcelled hand weapon.
Yeah. And for initiative order now that we've done the Chariot, just let's explain it as we go
Yeah.
through. The Dragon Ogres have charged 8, but because they're in the front, their plus to their initiative caps out at 3.
Yeah.
So being initiative 2 base, maybe 3 because I just know they're not 4.
They're not 4. You are right.
But with
they're
the
not
plus
4.
3, they will go before my warriors.
Yeah.
The Beast Chariot, also in the front, gets plus 3.
And their initiatives, they're all initiative 3 there. Apart from the Bestigor. The Bestigor's got a great weapon, and it only comes with a great weapon.
Yeah. So that's after modifiers becomes initiative 1, but then you add your charge bonus.
So it becomes initiative 3.
Yeah, so it's like
initiative 4.
After any other modifiers, but then the charge modifier gets
Yeah,
added.
yeah. So the Bestigor's initiative 4, which means you'll strike at the same time as your warriors.
Yeah.
But the Gore and the Tuskor and the Dragon Ogres will go beforehand.
Cool. So you do that.
Okay.
And then I'll die, I guess.
1 Gore, hitting on a 4. Primal Fury.
Ooh.
They pass.
They're not a character. Your characters in your army are
They just can't do
cowards.
it. So the Gore hits.
Yeah.
He is strength.
What's he got?
He's got a spear.
So he's strength 3 base plus 1 for the cavalry spear. So Phil, what are you going with next?
So it's going to be... I'm going to carry on doing the Chariot. So it'll be the Tuskor that are going to go next.
Yeah.
So 2 Tuskor. Primal Fury. So I get to re-roll the 1. So 2 hits.
Yeah. Strength 4, so 4s.
No, thanks for coming. Then it'll be the Dragon Ogres. So I've got 2 normal.
Yeah, so that's 3 each. And then you've got your
Shark attack.
Char attack.
Shark attack. So these hit on 4s.
They've actually hit something this time. In the combat you actually needed them to, they actually did.
And then they're wounded on 3s.
Yes. Because they're strength 5.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at -1
Okay.
for ensorcelled weapons.
Right. Yeah, so ensorcelled weapons is basically a Chaos Warriors rule that your hand weapons, and only hand weapons, get -1 AP. And you only get it when you're using a hand weapon or hand weapon shield, not two
you
hand
can't.
weapons.
An additional hand weapon is actually a weapon type.
Yeah.
So you can't have. If you do additional hand weapon, you don't get it on them.
Yeah.
So
Weird.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's 5 saves at -1. I've got 4s for my heavy armour shield. So back to 5s. So I fail 4. And that's 5 dead total. Who's next, Phil?
My bestie goes at initiative 4.
Right, do him now.
Okay.
Do him now. Because I get to strike at the same time, don't I?
Hits.
Or
Wounds. -2. Got a great weapon. Oh, saves it.
Loves it. Loves it. So that's my strikes back. Everyone is going to go into... Do I just get rid of the chariot now? First I'll do the sorcerer. The sorcerer is going to cast demonic familiars.
Okay.
I've no longer got unit strength 10,
Okay.
but he goes off on
Can I
an 8.
Fated dispel that?
So I've passed the casting attempt. It's on an 8. And that's because you can cast an assailant every turn. And a round is like a game turn. A player turn is a turn.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got an 8. Phil needs an
8 + 2.
Oh, I've got a 10.
You got a 10.
Go on, attempt to wizardly dispel me.
No.
No. How many hits do I get? 5. So it's strength 2 on the Dragon Ogre's toughness 4, which means I need 6s. 1. Have a wound. And then because you've gone... I had 7 on the front rank. Because Phil went first and killed 5, I've only got 1 more model left to strike. That's the champion. Who... What's your weapon skill, Phil?
4. 4.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Warriors are better. 1 hit, 1 wound.
They got
-1.
Have they got ensorcelled weapons?
Yeah.
So, Dragon Ogres mine have heavy armour, so it's
Yeah.
5 up, and then it has Armoured Hide.
Armoured Hide 1 or 2?
Armoured Hide 1. So
Okay.
I'm back to 5. Nope, so I've lost 2 wounds on 1 Dragon Ogre.
Right, so that is 3 in the positive for Phil. Because I've lost 5, Phil has lost 2. So Phil gets 3.
Banner?
Yeah, Banner. Close order.
Close order.
Right, so I've lost by 2. I'm definitely under my starting strength. I'm like below 50% of my starting strength. So, I'm going to be running. I'm going to be really running.
We are going to hold
Hold with both.
and then try and reform.
Right, so you'll restrain if I do. So, at -2, my leadership is 8. So I'm running.
Running.
And I run... Wait, 10 off the board. And that is a hefty, almost 400 points, if not more, off the board with that sorcerer gone.
Leadership
Restrain.
8 on the Dragon Ogres, they're fine.
And the chariot?
And the Chariot, yeah, might as well try and do that now as well. No, the Chariot doesn't.
Runs forward how much?
7 off the board, I think. Oh no, stays on.
Walker.
And then the Dragon Ogres reform.
In any way that they wish. So into Warriors of Chaos turn 4, what I need to do is get out here and try and catch one of the 2 units on turn 5. Like, out of position a little bit. So, my knights are going to form into a marching column. And let's do this properly this time. So my knights are now in their column, which means I can go 2 inch, 2 inch, and I've got 21 in total. 6,
Oh.
6, and I've got 15 left. Which, and if I go 9, and then do my 6 back around, because 9 plus 6, and we know 6 gets me around. And I don't think I've moved a lot there, actually. So my knights are now in position for, if Phil wants me to charge him, he can let me do that. Jebe is going to go his 14 to here. And that'll result in a very boring turn for the warriors. But if it's not that boring...
Roll on Gaze of the Gods. Just make it... You didn't do it at the beginning, but just let's make it interesting.
Well, I did. My knight... It should be maybe my knight that does it. Because they're the ones that smashed Phil Gordon not foul. So go on. He's not.
He's not stupid.
He's not
That's
stupid.
the other thing we're looking at, really. None of the rest of it matters.
Right, and we'll... Can you just check me 18 from my sorcerer, please? You know what unit I'm talking about. No. So,
Cast it there if you want.
No, thanks. Into Beasts, turn 5. So, in Beasts, turn 5, potentially the last turn of the game, Phil has a plan.
So I want to try and bait out a few charges. So what I'm going to do here is I want the chariot...
Is this to not play like a coward, you mean?
Yeah, because I could just literally move everything around and we'll have a turn of not really doing much and it'll be really boring.
Fair.
So I want to call you the coward. So even though you'll win, I get to call you the coward for not taking the move that you should have done.
Fair.
So
well, that's why your guy got an apotheosis.
Yeah. So how far away is that? So that's 20 inches. So I want to be within 14 of you. So I only want to move 6 here.
Right. So we know that's 14 away.
We know that's 14 away. Now, from these guys here, I want to be 16 inches away. I'm currently 25.
And they've got a movement of 6.
They've got a movement of 7.
Yeah, so you're just going to plonk them.
So I'm going to plonk them there by marching them.
Right. So they're on the line of 16. So, oh, right. Well, I hope I either get the charge or the game ends at the end of turn 5.
Does it actually end at turn 5?
It can do. My turn?
Yep.
Right, I'm going to cast the enhancement enchantment on my knights, so they get +1 attack, strength, and armor piercing. So that goes off on a 10 normally, and that's demonic vigor. 10 normally. I'm a level 2, so 8 +1 for a regiment of
Demonic
siege.
vessel.
Vessel, that's the one. What did I say?
Vigor.
Vessel. It goes off on a 10.
Feature dispel. No.
Right. So my knights are going to come out of into their line at 16 inch. And then we'll make some charges, eh? So let's get into some charges. We've got the Chaos Knights into the Dragon Ogres.
Gonna hold.
Hold.
You're gonna take a leadership test.
I am. Go on then. It's leadership 8, unless I'm within 12 of my general.
No, you're not.
Ah, good. So yeah, leadership 8.
Done.
Just about.
I didn't really want you to fail it, by the way.
Yeah, you want me to move forward so that you can charge me.
Yeah.
You holding?
Yep.
I'm obviously Jebe into the chariot.
Okay, it'll hold.
So the knights. 7. So that's. I think I failed because that's 5, 6,
That's
13. So I end up 3 inches away from Phil. Gutted. Completely gutted. And Jebe into the chariot. He gets in. Yeah. Phil really isn't bothered about this 75-point chariot.
Whoa, 85 points. The only thing I will do is I'll roll my Primal Fury now.
Okay.
And they pass.
Okay. Well, before that, in the shooting phase, I'm going to do my magic missile. Because you're going to smash me anyway. So I'm going to attempt to just kill one Dragon Ogre. So 2d6 from here into you Dragon Ogres. Phil's well happy about me doing this. I know you get bonuses. I get it on a 13.
Yeah. I've already done my fated for this turn, haven't I? So I can't do anything else.
Oh, you did, didn't you? On the
enhancement.
So I get D6
Vessel.
plus 3 on my blue fire. So that's 8.
Ugh. What strength is it?
Strength 4, so I need 4s to wound you.
Yeah. 2. What armor save do I get?
Well, it's -2.
-2. So 6s.
6s. Oh, he gets a Dragon Ogre.
Now, because they have the Quickening Storm rule, if they take a wound from a magic missile, they become +1 initiative and +1 attack.
Yeah, well, so what I was doing there, because we literally just talked about it off camera, was that with 2 wounds...
You could have pinged one and that unit becomes much less effective.
Yeah, if I'd have killed 1, even though these 2 got +1 attack, Phil still lost an attack overall.
Yeah.
So I thought it might be worth it, but now it's definitely not been. So let's go into the combat. Chaos Lord versus the Chariot. I'm going to be going first because I've got initiative silly
You've
now.
got 6 attacks.
Yeah, and I'm going to use my great weapon.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, it's your initiative 4 then, aren't you?
But still more than your initiative 3.
Yes, because the Gores are now initiative 3.
Yes. So I'm going to hit on 3s. That wasn't good. And then I'm going to wound on 2s because I'm strength 7. So that's 3 wounds at -2.
Have another die?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, go on then. You can have your stash that you left over here.
It's got 1 wound left.
Okay.
So the 2 go.
2
Your weapon skill 7 and weapon 5. 2 hits there.
Yeah.
Your toughness 5.
Yeah.
I'm strength.
Is this with the Razor Go?
This with the Tuskor, yeah. Strength 3.
Strength 4.
Oh well.
But you still
failed it. The Gore hits.
These are mad.
Doesn't wound. The Bestie Gore
Doesn't hit.
doesn't hit. I lose by 3. 7 unmodified. 4 modified.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens there. 11. Oh no, I've got 10.
These chariots, man. I'm going to pursue.
Okay. How does that work?
Get it. 10.
10. It's dead.
Goodbye, chariot. Right, so at least there was a little bit of success. I'm not sure trading a 75-point chariot is worth a unit of knights and a sorcerer. But we'll see in the upcoming turn. So, Phil, does the game end?
Oh. I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't know
I don't
know what it is. I just roll it.
So, the way that you calculate with the battle ends is at the end of the 5th turn onwards, you roll a dice, add it to the turn number, and if it's 10 or more, the battle ends. So, being 5 plus 4 is 9, so the battle doesn't end this turn. And let me guess your turn, Phil. You're going to charge.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what we forgot?
What?
Oh, you're not going to have been within 6 of...
No, I was
chariot.
not. I was not within 6 of the chariot.
Right.
And so they're going to charge.
I'm going to hold. Let's
Right.
roll some dice.
They're within their movement range, so they actually can't fail their charge. So
Yeah,
they get
they're
in. And it's also over 3 inches away.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Well, it's 3 exactly, but you still charge the full 3 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is what Phil's after.
That's what I'm after.
Right, so combat. Phil, are you using your great weapon or your hand weapon?
I'm using my great weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Right.
they go from initiative 1
Yeah.
Plus my 3 inches for my charge, initiative bonus to go to initiative 4.
Right. And I'm going to look up... Oh, I lose counter charge because the sorcerer's in there. Gutted. This is what I meant actually before about
The
at the start of the
sorcerers.
battle needing to pull my character in and out. Is because if my sorcerer hadn't been in this unit, the unit could have actually performed a counter charge and also got charge bonuses. Whereas now I'm stuck with being a mook with a hand weapon.
Ensorcelled hand weapon.
Ensorcelled hand weapons. But, yeah, so no counter charge for me. You will go to initiative 4. I'm also initiative 4.
Right.
So
We'll just do
yeah. So, Phil, do you want to go first or should I go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you do that.
So I've got... Can I borrow some of your dice there?
Yeah. Here's some bone dice because
Thank
I'm
you.
not losing dice to you.
So Shartak now has 5.
Yep.
Then I've got 1 Dragon Ogre that's got 4. And then another Dragon Ogre that's got 4.
Okay. Your weapon skill 4, so hit me on 4s. Ooh.
Shite.
4 hits. 4 hits. Luckily, Phil's got stomp attacks for him. We forgot them in the Chaos Warriors combat.
Yeah.
But
the unit had broken anyway.
Yeah.
It didn't really matter that much. 2s.
right. So
4
wounds.
minus 2.
Phil actually has Armor Bane as well, but obviously that only goes off on 6s,
Yep.
which would have given him -3. So I've got from a 2-up save to a 4-up save 1. And then I've got a 6-up Chaos Armor. 6s! No. So that's 3 dead Chaos Knights. Luckily they're still striking. That's painful. My attack's back. I've got my champion, standard, knight, and knight, giving a total of 9 attacks. I'm going to hit Phil on 3s.
Not bad.
So that's 6 hits. I'm going to wound Phil on 4s. So that's 3 wounds. And I've got -1 to Phil save my ensorcelled weapons.
So I've got Armoured Bane 2, which will give me 5. Then I've got heavy
Armoured Hide, you mean?
Armoured Hide 2.
Heavy armor.
And heavy armour. So I've got 3 going to 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 wounds.
No.
So that's 1 Dragon Ogre dead, removing its stomp attacks.
Yep.
Then I've got my Sorcerer, who's got 2 attacks. That's 2 hits. 2 wounds because I'm strength 4 and you're toughness 4.
Does that person have ensorcelled weapons?
So yes, I am ensorcelled weapons for -1. Now, Canny viewers may have noticed that I've not been doing my demonic vessel, and that's because it remains in play and I chose to do the magic missile.
Do you know why I'm clapping?
Go on.
Because you called it demonic vessel, not demonic vigor. That's why I'm clapping for you. By the way.
And well, there is a spell called
demonic vigor.
Yeah. Right. So that's 2 armor saves.
At 4 up.
Yeah. So that's 3 wounds to my 3, and now my horses. I only get 2 because they're at a lower initiative step.
Yeah.
So that's 1 hit. Strength 4. No. And that's over to Phil's stomp attacks. Now Phil's got stomp attack 2.
Yeah.
So he's going to have 4
Attacks.
strength 5 attacks with armor bane that auto hit, I think, because they're stomp attacks. Painful for Phil. That's 1. So that's 1 at -0. I've got a 2-up save. I'll take it on my sorcerer, so I don't lose the standard.
Oh, loves it.
Fine. And now it's calculate combat results. I've got 3 and Phil's got 3 kills.
You've got a standard bearer.
I think I win because I've got a standard.
You do win because you've got the standard
We've
bearer.
both got close.
Yeah.
I've got a standard, which Phil doesn't have a standard. And that is not the way that...
That was not the way that was supposed to go down.
Yeah.
So now I've got a leadership 8. So I've got my fallback in good order, which is on 8. Give ground, which is on 7.
Okay.
Is that the way right round? I can never remember which way. Anyway.
Roll it. So I'd just like to point out, he rolled an 11, but he saved because it went out of the tray.
Oh! So I literally just...
So he fails the
Pass.
modified.
No. Pass them both. That's 6.
6. Have you got leadership 9?
I'm leadership 8. I lost by 1.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. So basically, this now becomes an ongoing combat. Phil just gives ground.
Yeah.
And moves back an inch. I can choose to follow up or not. Of which, do you know what I'm going to do, Phil?
Not follow up.
Not follow up. Mantis. So Phil gives ground and goes back 2 inches. Now, Phil charged me. This was Phil's turn. I don't now want to follow up, so I'm going to stay there, and that's because I can then charge in my turn.
Yep.
If I had charged Phil, Phil gives ground. I'd want to follow up, so Phil couldn't then just charge me back. So you're going to do different things depending on whose turn it is.
Yeah.
And like whose turn it's going into, of whether you want to follow up when someone gives ground. Right, and then that's into Migo.
Yep.
Surprising no one, I'm going to do my command check first.
Dan thought you was going to do your commanding. Were you going to do your enhancement spell?
My
Clearly.
enhancement spell, yeah. 5, no, I don't get it. So 5 plus my wizard level of 2 only gets me a 7, and it's got a 10 plus to cast. So then I'm going to charge, Phil. Do you want to flee?
Absolutely not.
But you now have a higher unit strength than
So
me.
that you'd have to do your fear chest
I
now.
now
So that's
have
like what
to.
I've been making you do all the way through the game.
Yes. So we have been getting that wrong. It's only when you've got a higher unit strength, and my knights had 10. They
Yeah.
now only have 4. And my Chaos Knights have leadership 9, and I've been doing 8s all game. So leadership 9. Oh, no! Right. So that's their charge. I'm gonna come round here. With
What
Jebba.
turn is that?
This is turn
Turn
6. So, on a 4+, the game ends. Because I can't do anything with that unit now. Do you want to roll it or me?
You can roll it.
So, into Phil's turn 7.
Yeah, I think my Dragon Ogres are going to charge your knights.
So, I'm now thinking, do I back myself to roll more than a 13 on 3d6? Oh no, because you're 2 inches away, so I need to roll an 11.
On 2d6. With your Swift Stride, you can add to it.
I'm going to run away.
Coward.
And I get a 15. There we go, and that's something that you might have never thought you'd see, is chosen Chaos Knights running away. Go on, roll as your charge distance.
Oh.
Roll as your fail distance, Phil.
It was
a good charge as well.
7 plus 5, so I've got 12.
Yeah, that was not a bad charge, just not quite good enough.
Do you move? You move half of it, don't you, if you fail?
Yes. Oh, you move just your movement distance.
You move just your moving distance, right? Okay. So, 7 inches. How annoying.
How incredibly annoying.
How annoying.
Right.
I suppose the only good thing here is that they have to rally and won't be able to charge me.
Yes.
So it's only Jebba that would be able to do that then. And then pretty much that's going to be the end of... We're not going to... Unless you...
Maybe we'll get a 1.
But yeah.
So, into Migo, I'm going to roll to rally my knights. I need a 9. Now, I'm still over 25%, but I'm under 50. So I get -1 to my leadership roll to rally. But I can still rally on anything but a double 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, leadership 8.
Oh. Oh.
And they run towards the closest board edge. 15. Phil, will you get your actual tape measure on that? Oh, I'm off. And I think that was essentially payment for cowardice. If only I had a musician, you know. So Jebba is going to charge your Dragon Ogres, Phil.
Take a fear test.
Fear check. Oh.
Oh. Oh, he
Fine
loves
with
it.
it.
He loves
He's fine with
it.
it.
He loves it.
He's not yet met the terror that is Phil Gore the Foul.
Well, no one has yet,
He's
really.
not had fear struck into his heart, so he isn't a coward. What are you doing on your Charge reaction.
Oh,
Do you want to flee?
no, because if I flee now, because your turn,
If it ends,
the bottom
it'll be
end
destroyed,
ends,
yeah.
and then I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no.
Well, that's also what I thought.
Yeah.
They just never
No,
remembered.
they're gonna hold.
Okay. So charge him in the ass. That's 7 plus my 7, 14. And I'm 12 inches away. So I get in. Combat phase. Phil, I'm going to be going first. Your initiative 5. I'll use my hand weapon because I'm strength 5 anyway. Do you want to declare a challenge?
What, with my shark attack?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you can do. I didn't know.
You've
whether...
got 6 attacks.
I've got 6 attacks, and it will prevent your other dude from fighting, but it might keep him alive. But it's up to you, obviously.
Oh.
It's a hard choice.
I might do actually. Yeah, I will.
The shark attack's got 4 wounds.
Yeah, and I will do. I declare a challenge.
Okay. So,
Can you take your fear test again?
is it before charging and then in that turn?
2 charge and then in the combat subphase.
Really?
Yeah.
Loves it.
That's fine.
And if I find out you're lying to me, there's not much I can do. So, I've got 6 attacks. I'm going to hit you on 3s because I'm a Chaos Lord.
Thanks for coming.
Luckily, I have a horse. I'm strength 5. 2 wounds. I would have killed that other dragon.
Yeah, you would have killed the other dragon over. So, -1 for your ensorcelled weapon.
Yes. I would have killed that other one.
You would have killed him, yeah. There you go.
My horse. Come on, trusty steed. No. And then Phil's attacks back. He's got 5 attacks, hitting me on 4s. Is this with your great weapon?
Yeah.
Because you're going second anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get 3 wounds.
A -2.
Yeah, because you didn't get any armor base.
No, not at all, no.
So, I've got a 2-up save, goes to a 4-up save. Wabah! And then I've got a 5-up chaos armor. No, so I take a wound, and I go down to 3 wounds. So, with that...
Stomp attacks!
Stomp attacks, yeah. 4s. No.
No.
So, I've got 2 wounds and a rear charge. Phil did a wound, so he's lost by 3, but he's over 50%. So long as he doesn't fail,
I can't roll over an 8. I can't roll over an 8.
Oh, he loves it. He just
passes,
gives ground.
Passes the modified as well.
Yeah. So Phil moves 2 inches away from me, and because it's now my turn going into Phil's, I'm going to follow up because on a give ground, you can't change your facing. So there's like a difference there. It's an ongoing combat, so I won't get charge bonuses, but Phil isn't allowed to change his facing from a reform, which he would get to on a fallback in good order. And we'll see whether the game ends. Do you want to go, Phil?
It ends.
It ends.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, and we'll join everyone in the outro. That was the first game of fantasy on the old world.
The old world.
Not of fantasy.
The old world.
On the channel. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Hopefully everyone didn't turn off when you started thinking it was going to be a smashing. Because it was a draw.
A proper draw. I'm surprised at that. I thought it was going to be a smashing. I
think you made the mistake that a lot of people might make in that you underestimated those dragon ogres.
Yeah.
And actually, I think maybe underestimated the amount of points that warrior block was worth.
That I was surprised when you told me that it was like 400 points, 460. I was like,
about half my army.
Oh my god, like that's ridiculous. I didn't realise that. So that really evened it then. And I suppose the Chaos Knights then
not rallying.
That
was hard. That was hard.
But no, really good dragon ogres. Just dragon ogres, aren't they? That's Chaos Knights. Chaos Knights.
Yeah, essentially, like they're very even. I'd say they're just as good as each other.
Yeah.
It's just they have different benefits.
Yeah.
Like the Chaos Knights have counter charge so long as you don't put them with a stupid character, which is sort of a negative with them. Like, not being able to put a character with... I know they're chosen Chaos Knights, but, like, Bretonians can put their Lord with a...
Yeah, it is...
character. It's a bit weird.
It is a weird one that it just denies them that benefit, and obviously you're paying points for that benefit as well.
Yeah. And I just like to have it, right? Because they've got the rule.
Yeah.
But, so they get very knightly stuff, like the lances, and very good on the charge. They get the Chaos Armour. They can take a magic weapon on the
Yeah, they
the
could
champion.
25 points for a magic item. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know your Dragon Ogres can do that with the Shartak a little bit, with a mutation upgrade, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they've got, like, on the Dragon Ogres side of it, they've got the Stomp attacks, more wounds before any attacks are removed. They've just not got the Swift Stride.
Yeah.
They've not got things like that. So it's, honestly, like, I'd say it was a 50-50 between them. I will be getting some Dragon Ogres because they fit with my... I've been wanting to do, like, sort of the...
You want to do bigger Centaurs?
Yeah, I
like,
wanted to do, like, a mid-sized Centaur between the Destroyer guy from Age of Sigmar. Big Centaur.
Big...
Whatever he's called, the big 50-pound Centaur guy.
Yeah.
And the Centaurs, but... I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'll probably just get Dragon Ogres. Because I've been trying to do that conversion for like 2.5 years. But yeah, it was an enjoyable game. Hopefully we explained the new bits at least well enough to get an idea of what was going on, and then as we explain it as we go through different games, you'll get more and more of a sense of how it plays. And it's a really nice game. It's reminiscent, I think, of 6th as much as 8th. Like, you know, he's with the pre-measuring and random charge distance. I at first was thinking like, oh, it's going to feel really like 8th, and I didn't like 8th that much. But I don't know, for some reason feels a lot like 6th as well.
For me, it seems to be an amalgamation between 6th, 7th and 8th. It seems like these bits that everyone would enjoy in doing. Yeah. And then the bits that have been added to, like the way the magic's been changed, I think it really helps bring it into its own game as well. Yeah. So the pre-measuring... Yeah, I was a bit turned off by it at first. It's like, oh, I prefer like no pre-measure.
Yeah, I like it to be really harsh, and then you're having to guess
exactly.
The ranges.
But when you start playing it, it doesn't really come. You don't really pre-measure an awful lot from what we were doing today. There was bits where it's like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
But there wasn't loads of it. I suppose in a more shooting army, you'll probably go, oh, I'm going to measure that before I decide I'm going to shoot.
Like maybe a skirmish, a heavy army, you might be doing that a bit more.
Yeah.
I suppose it's just however your group is going to play it, and we didn't tend to need to that much. Because we were moving to the limits of our extents anyway.
Yeah, all the time.
And at that point, well, it doesn't matter what my distance is from you because I'm just as far as I can be anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was enjoyable. Hopefully you guys want to stick around for the next game where we're going to be searching the Whip of Power.
Whip of Destiny.
The Whip of Destiny.
Whip of Destiny.
Right, let's do that again. And we'll catch everyone next time. Cheers for watching.
See you later.
In a bit.